Hey everyone, welcome to session 8 of Tyranny of Dragons. I am DM Logan, and these are our players.
Hi, I'm Wesley, and I'm playing Tristana, the fire sorceress.
I'm Ryan, and I'm playing Aubrin, the half-elven paladin of Polor.
I'm Molly, and I'm playing the half-elven rogue Noah. Almost said it, but I didn't.
Okay, so when last we met, you infiltrated the Cult of the Dragon, their camp, and the cave beneath it, and after defeating the enemies before you, you have now arrived at a large door. Before you lies an obsidian door that doubles as a relief, the likes of which depict 10 glaring eyes overseeing the life cycle of a dragon. The tips of its wings act as handles. And the last thing that you heard was the loud roar of a dragon.
Well, this is it. And she looks over to her two companions, kind of studying them over, trying to, I guess, gauge like where their mind's at, what they're kind of feeling right now. It's fear or etc.
When you look at Aubrin, you see the lightning that's flaring up in his eyes. And after the yell of the dragon, it looks like he felt that yell inside himself. It pained him. But he doesn't say anything. Not yet.
You would see Noah look, or just staring at the door, looking down a bit. His hands grasping tightly the two swords, Acres on the right and a short sword in the left. And he would let out a breath. And as you come up, you see a shadow playing across his eyes. And he says, "Open it."
I go to open the door. Either push it or pull it. I'm not sure which. It has handles, so I'll pull it.
I figured Aubrin would open. No.
Oh, I mean, by all means.
well, I mean, if we're gonna convert, no.
Well, fine. No, Aubrin.
Right. So Aubrin goes to stand next to the door, and he looks back at you, Noah. After we defeat Cyanrath, I must be the one to free Nymmurh.
Yeah. No problem, big guy. Yeah. No problem, big guy.
Right. You see the holy symbol on his chest glow as I cast Bless on the three of us. I open the door.
The door is locked
I smash it.
from the inside.
Noah, is there anything you can do?
So you said it's locked from the inside?
Correct.
Is it like a little, key slot?
Yeah, I mean, is there anything?
If you were to test the door, you would feel like that they have barred it in some fashion.
What's the door made of?
Obsidian.
Oh, Jesus.
I guess so. When we push it, it's like resistance. Like there's definitely like it's not that it's locked. It's that it just won't open forward.
Right. I guess I
Okay.
should say that. Not by like a mechanism.
Gotcha. Okay. If we look around the room, I guess looking back at the rest of the old map, did we? I can't really see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I ask you, like, if there was any other passages, I guess through that room,
Oh no.
like, no. Okay. Hmm. I mean, Aubrin, could you try to like brute force its way open? Like, I don't know if it's just like a physical barrier that just needs like a lot of like strength to push through, or we have to find another way through one of those two.
What'd you say we saw?
On the door?
Yeah.
An obsidian door that doubles as a relief, the likes of which depict 10 glaring eyes overseeing the life cycle of a dragon. The tips of its wings act as handles.
Is there like slots where the eyes are or something, where it could set something inside?
No, like I said, it does not appear that there is a mechanism locking the door.
Yeah, I mean, I think our two options are we either try to brute force our way through the door, or we try to find an alternate pathway into it. So, I don't know, Aubrin, if you want to like strength check it maybe and see if you can like, or I don't know. Let's just try that, and if that doesn't work, then we'll try to find an alternate route, because I think that's basically our only two options at this point. Please, Aubrin.
It's a 19 on the die.
What do you do?
Pushing really hard with a 25.
So, as you give it all of your might, you push and you push against this door. The words of Noah echoing in your mind. Open it. And as if something gave way behind it, a board, wooden, it snaps. And the door creaks open.
Oh, that's why we keep you around.
Easier than I thought.
Okay. You push them all the way too?
It'd probably be just enough for us to get inside. It wouldn't be all the way.
Okay. Thick, black smoke covers the floor and pours out of the doorway. Aubrin, as it nears your feet, it curls away as if repulsed by your presence. The scene is phantasmal. Twisted pews sit crumpled against the walls. Dark chandeliers hang lopsided. Their green flames cast wicked shadows in every direction. A long hallway is before you that leads to a dark pit reeking of blood. A trailing blood stain leads to the immobilized body of a bronze dragon, its body chained and soul tethered by wild magic. It roars ever weaker. At the far end of the room, atop what you assume to be an unholy altar to Tiamat, a figure robed in red chants, his hands filled with green energy. Azir uval nutarus. Azir mudas ithanul. Dalek tharu ildas daku. Riftus ithara samanar. Utamas. Ilas, Umanes, Azarathan Rakas Ibna, Belanora, Bordanos Nenar, Ila Mornu, Farlos Gada. His adjacent is a hooded figure who stands facing him, hands raised.
No need for stealth. Let's go.
What are the triangles and circles?
So,
Now that we can see them.
as you walk through the door, a familiar, deep, groveling voice calls to you. Come out, rats. Your presence has long been known, says Cyanrath as he twirls his spear. Aubrin, you are the first through the door. Ah, he says, the champion of greenest returns. You will soon regret not dying. And you, Noah, behind Aubrin, enter. And who might you be, elf?
Noah's gaze is to the floor right now. You can see he's visibly shaking, but the shaking is not from fear. And he looks up at Cyanrath across the hallway.
Those eyes. Yes, I've seen them before in the gaze of that wretched woman.
Dear.
It's shocking what lightning can do to your sight.
Noah begins to step forward. Evelyn Lockhart. You know that name?
Should I?
She's my mother. The one you blinded. You snake piece of shit.
Cyanrath eyes you, unblinking.
He takes another step forward. She's going to live for the rest of her life, not being able to see anything. None of the beauty in the world that she saw. That I couldn't see, but she was able to see. All of that's gone now. Because of you. I'm gonna kill you. Langdodrosa Cyanrath. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And you would see the blade in Noah's right hand begin to shimmer. And you would see runes beginning to be inlaid into the blade, spelling out in the Elvish script, Langdid Rosa Signwrath. Swift death to those who have wronged me. Swift death to those who have wronged her. Swift death to the monster that you are. I'm gonna kill you, Signwrath. And he would bolt forward.
Let's roll initiative.
Sorry, Tristana, you don't get an entrance.
Yeah, I was about to say, now I don't get to know what he's going to say about me. The other thing about this conversation is, like, it's happening within, like, it's like a 80-foot, 60-foot, like, distance between the two of you
not
guys.
really.
Yeah, I know. It's just in my head. It was just really funny. Like, he's, like, whispering and, like, you did this to me, you know? I don't know. It was just funny in my head. He's, what?
Yeah, y'all can definitely be closer. That's just how the little makeshift map was.
Guys, what do you think? Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
I was taking steps forward. I said so myself.
What did you say on the circles and triangles?
So the circles are dragon claw cultists,
Okay.
and basically just cultists dressed in kind of an ornate garb. Think like Praetorian guards.
Gotcha.
And the triangles are guard drakes.
Okay.
Okay, so let me mark that thing in the chat.
Perfect.
It's fine. This is me waiting for the speech that was coming my way, and it just never came.
Okay. At his command, that is Signwrath, the 4 dragon claw cultists and their guard drakes ready themselves to attack. Behind them, the red figure motions toward the stairs, separating the rooms. Large iron rods spring up from the stone floor, barring passage into the inner sanctum. I'll draw that, and as I do, Noah, it is your turn.
All right. So what are the triangles? Drakes?
The drakes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And those are the same type of drakes that we fought earlier, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
precisely.
Okay. Well, they said I bolted forward. All right.
Bolt away.
Yep. So basically, this is gonna be how this is a pool of blood.
So this is a massive pit that you kind of can't see the bottom of.
Oh, okay.
But blood is trickling down into it.
All right. All right. So oh goodness.
You're lucky.
Going between sorry, I'm like going between like in my head and like what, oh my goodness. Okay. I am going to fucking die. All right. All right. So I'm going to be going around this way. I'm going to be using a bonus action to dash. And basically, as I'm running through here, my eyes are on Cyanrath. They are only on Cyanrath. But as this cultist reaches into my periphery, I just slash out at him as I'm moving forward. Get out of my way.
You have a D4.
Thank you.
That swasher, though.
Yep. So that is 21. All right.
Whoa, hold on. He's got. Hold on. And you said 21?
Yeah. Is that fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just doing it in my head, you know.
Yeah, I was like waiting for a response. All right. So to him, that is return of the taxes, everyone.
Who's him? That was
What?
to hit?
Yeah.
Got it. Oops.
Yeah, so I did 22 damage to him.
Oh, same thing.
All right.
Yeah, and so like before, you move. It's strange, absolutely abnormal how fast you move. It's almost as if you appeared and slashed at this Dragonclaw cultist before his brain could register that you were at his side.
Noah feels invigorated, filled with this rage and this drive, this bloodlust. And it's driven him even further and to be even faster than he has before. No mistake can be made. Moving forward, all on instinct right now. And I bonus actioned dashed. I don't know how much. I moved like, what, 40 something feet? I have like 30 more, I think.
Yeah. Don't worry about the squares so much.
Yeah. Probably like right here. Something like that.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be my turn.
Aubrin,
Alright. Trying to keep up the best you can with
don't forget your bless.
no. Yeah. Can't go much further than that, so I'm gonna go there.
And whisper the tree.
And
What?
And as I run towards this guy, shield on my arm and mace in hand, the end of it starts to fill with lightning as I swing at him. The guy he hit already. That is 19 to hit.
Yes.
So that guy is going to take 11 damage. And as I swing, lightning bounces from him, and the impact hit the guy adjacent to. for 10 damage onto that guy.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
And the guys in the back both have these wicked looking curved like spears, and the guys in the front are wielding sickles in both hands.
And I forget which one are the guard drakes and which one are the honor guard guys.
The drakes are
The triangles are the drakes. Okay, I was just making sure.
Tristana.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if Ryan was done yet. Man. Okay. I'm gonna retreat back a little bit. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh god, I don't really know what.
So,
let me see.
Tristana, you get the feeling that the presence that you felt when the ethereal being, the ethereal person visited you, that it's here.
Oh. And I'm guessing it's coming from down the hall.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna be with my party. I'm not gonna get stuck down this stupid corridor. Okay, so I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 30. Okay. And I'm gonna cast Misty Step to get myself 30. That's a terrible idea. That's gonna take me way this is awful, guys. I hate you guys so much. I'm just gonna see you as the meteor targets, and we'll just go from there.
Did you expect me to do anything else?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna I'm gonna bait them in. I'm gonna go back as far as I can, 30 feet back. So I think I was there's fine. And so Logan, from this trajectory, can I see the two that have been injured? Or would I have to be closer? I don't know, there. Can I see them? The two injured guys? Right?
You have to move up just a little bit and you can. You can see the, yeah. Perfect.
Hopefully the drakes don't have extended movement. And I'm just going to summon 2 firebolts, and I'm going to fling one at both of those 2 damaged guys. So it's a ranged spell attack. Okay, 16 plus 8, so 24.
Yeah,
24 and
14,
6.
or plus D4.
Is that on every attack roll that I do? Oh, awesome. Okay,
Rip.
screw you, die 4. You die 4. Okay, so it's a 16 and 18. Sorry, a 24 and an 18. Those hit?
Yes.
Okay. So one of them takes 13. And I'll say that one goes to the crispy guy. And the other one takes also 13. So, yes, both of them take 13 points of firebolts to the face. Fire searing damage.
So,
and then I run away with the rest of my movement back here.
Aubrin, Tristana chars the guard the cultist in front of you.
I'd expect nothing else.
As he flies backwards with a large burned hole in his chest.
As I bravely run away.
Bravely run away.
And I end my turn.
It's a tactical retreat.
So, Cyanrath, however, has not moved his gaze from you, Noah, despite your speed. And as you make your way around the pit, he takes steps toward you. The drakes that were at his side come up from their sitting position, snarling. But Cyanrath, in a rage, grabs this drake by its collar. He takes it and he throws it in the pit. "Get out of my way," he says, as he takes 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and is in front of you. He goes to strike. And if you were wondering, I'm using the big one.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You're right.
And he misses, stabbing the ground next to you.
Noah's adrenaline is spiked right now, the highest it's ever been, and he barely sidesteps that swing. And you can see it cut off a little bit of his hair in the front, but his eyes have never left Cyanrath's eyes, and they're burning with fury.
The drake that was on his left wants no part of Cyanrath, but is still aware that there are enemies in this room. He takes 2 strides and leaps across the chasm. Barely reaching the other side, clawing and making it onto the ledge. This guard drake turns toward you, Aubrin. To bite alongside the cultist, who also takes his sickles and slashes at you.
That rotation, though.
I moved the circle too, but you can't tell.
You mean you rotated the circle? You're right, I can't tell.
Dude, these dice are like in tandem. All right, Aubrin, you are definitely prepared for this. There's a lot of shield deflecting going on as these two mob you, and they miss all of their attacks. Tristana, this guard drake takes off after you down the hallway. And these other cultists run to join their allies. Kind of like on top of each other. The one with the spear stabs over his ally at Aubrin. One of them hits. I believe he has advantage on that. Where are you at? Where are you at? Miss. Dang, dude. I rolled like 12 8s. Okay. I'm gonna do... Where are you at? Plus 6. 9 plus... You're gonna take 9, Ryan, plus you're gonna take 18 points of damage as he stabs you with this wicked curved spear. Aubrin. Capiche?
I got it.
Nymmurh lets out a roar, but at this point, it really seems to be like a whimper. And the red figure continues to chant. Energy pools in the air above the dragon, green and wild, crackling. Noah, it's your turn.
All right. So I pre-rolled the attack roll right just then. That's a 23.
And that hits.
All right. Let's roll these d6s. All right. You thought I was doing taxes before.
Ha!
All right. As I dodge the first great sword blow, I come up immediately and go for immediately a slash on his sword arm, dealing 36 damage with Acris.
Yes.
And the wound sears as I cut across his flesh. After that, I roll behind him and dash this way. Come on.
Okay.
Fight me. Looks like you're just all talk.
All right. Aubrin?
All right. So once again, the lightning and Aubrin's, the mace, the end of it covered in a ball of lightning. He's going to step over here between the column and this drake. And he brings up his shield in front of him. And as he does, he brings his mace around. He hits his shield with the mace. And thunder, creating this loud boom, emits from it.
That was a pretty cool image.
Con save throw for everybody.
Let me see what they are. Okay. This one's got a plus. Okay. All right. Tell me what happens. Only the bloodied one should save. The rest were very, very low.
All right. So as they do this, they all take 13 thunder damage, except for the one that saved. He takes half. And all that failed are pushed 10 feet away from me.
And
The goal is to push them into the pit.
yeah?
Yeah.
How much are they pushed away?
10 feet.
10 foot? Yeah, dude. This guy, he flies backwards, and with a mighty Wilhelm scream, he falls into the pit.
My man.
I'm going to actually roll for it and see if he catches the ledge. He does not catch the ledge.
Hey.
You hear a sickening crack and splash at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
The guy that saved doesn't get pushed back.
Oh. Yeah, it was the... Wait. The guy that was saved, it was this one.
Yeah.
This one. Right?
Yeah. looks good. And as they're moved away, I'm gonna move myself up a little bit towards this guy so he can't really move anywhere.
Mm,
The guy that's like on the ledge right here.
right.
I'm gonna kind of get in his face. And that's all I got.
All right. Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana, she's gonna waggle her fingers and go in this circle, as we've seen many times, with Larabic's script kind of going around in the circle, and she's gonna unleash 3 scorching rays, little snake projectiles, running through the air. Let me double check the range on it. Okay, 120 feet, I'm fine. And so, yeah, so it's a ranged attack for those 3. Okay, 16 plus 8, so 24 for one, and 18 for the other, and last one 9 plus
Blast.
16. Oh, yeah, 16 plus 2. All right, so 2 18s.
Yes.
Okay, then 124. So basically, what's going to happen is she's going to send, like, kind of seems like heat-seeking missiles all going to the one in the front, and like if 1 doesn't kill him, then 2 doesn't kill him. Then send the 3rd one. But if like the 1st one and the 2nd one kill him, then then it'll go on to the next one or whatever. It's kind of like the aim
All
here. Right. Okay, so the first one takes 5 plus 9 points of damage from the first one. So I'm sure that kills him just outright, because
Wait, who are you hitting?
The guy who's closest to me, the little triangle.
The guy. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. 10, 14 for the other one. So 9 plus 14, so that's 23 total. He's probably not dead. 6 plus, and then 10 for the last one, so
33.
33.
Okay.
And then I miserably take 1 step back if he's not dead.
Yeah. So it does not die. But as it's sprinting. It's flat out like if you've ever seen a dog actually go to chase something. This is exactly what this thing is doing, snarling along the entire way. But your blasts aimed at the chest and the face and the front legs as it kind of trips over itself, sliding but catching again, continuing to charge you.
She kind of reflexively gets into this like defensive posture. And then she ends her turn.
Okay, I guess that means it's my turn. So, Scion Wrath. Bold words from one so weak. As he charges you.
No time to get in a retort.
No. And while you did use greatsword in your description, he did have his spear out, but he has now brandished his greatsword.
My bad.
You're good. I just caught on to it. He gets a full round this time.
Wait, I changed what I said then. I would have said, bring out the fucking sword.
And he does. Okay. Would you please share with me your...
16.
Thank you. The first one reaches and hits its mark. What was that? As does the second. Okay. 2. That's going to be 15 and oh good lord. It's going to be 30 points of damage.
All right, it's a 15 for both attacks, right?
Yes.
All right. So Noah takes the first one. Noah takes the first one, caught off guard a little bit, and then immediately adjusts himself just as much slightly to reduce the damage of the second blow. So I'm going to go ahead and half that second one, so that's 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so it's 23 points of damage instead. But he does not cry out in pain and clenches his teeth. His eyes still haven't left Signwrath's.
I see Signwrath at this point, wailing his sword at you in these wide sweeps. Okay. Aubrin, you've got quite the entourage. The first and the second dragon claws are going to come at me, bro. At you. Oops. First one hits once. And the second one hits twice. Okay, the first one is going to deal D6. Oh, wow. 6 points of damage with like 3 rolls from a D6. On the second one, swings to hit you. And 9 points of damage.
Great.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. And as the other guard drake was blown back by this force as you pound on your shield, it swept backwards and swept the front legs of this guard drake that had just jumped across the chasm. Both of them losing their footing and then turning to face you, Aubrin, and pouncing. All right. The first one is 1 hit. And the second one is as well. First one, Aubrin, is going to be 9 points of damage. And the second one is going to just barely pierce you for 4 points of damage. You got all that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Did you get the damage that I did with my Thunder Wave?
I did.
Okay.
The 13 and the half for the one.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, I didn't change the color, did I?
Yeah, so
Crap. Okay, this one. And this one. Got it. My bad.
are you good?
And This guard drake Tristana lunges for you. Frick. Es hungry! Dude, that is like super not cool. Keep losing my dice. What's your AC, Tristana?
15.
Oh, where's my plus to hit? That's gonna be 2 hits on you.
Fair
As he
enough.
lunges for the jugular, clawing his way up you. Okay, the first one, the bite's gonna be 8 points of damage. And the second one, as he claws his way up you, attempting to knock you over, is gonna be 5 points of damage. Got it? Got it?
Yeah, I have
sorry.
it. Sorry.
Sorry,
I nodded.
Yeah, okay. I believe that is my turn. And again, the red-robed figure continues to chant. Well, I forgot to get rid of that. Sorry. And at this point, the dragon is no longer making noise. Noah, it's your turn. I should also say that the green crackling orb above the dragon enlarges.
Noah takes the first 2 strikes, adjusting himself for the second one. And as the third one comes, time just seems to slow down. And he sees the greatsword coming down at him. And an image flashes through his mind. The image of his mother lying there, staring not at him, but slightly to his right. Her stare blank. And with a fury, he lashes out at Cyanrath, thinking that he'd like to return the favor, and is going to deal 71 points of damage, slashing across his eyes or his face. I rolled a 19. I did all my taxes beforehand.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me exactly how you hit him. And your to hit was what?
My to hit, I rolled. So on the roll, I rolled a 15, and then I rolled a 19, which is an automatic crit with Acris.
Yes, correct. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So tell me exactly how you hit him.
It happens like this. The third blow in slow motion. He moves out of the way just so that it barely misses him. And then bringing up Acris, he grips it tightly, and with a fury and a rage, slashes across the bridge of his nose like that, trying to return the favor and rob him of his eyesight.
And rob him you do. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, yeah. Whew. Okay, still within my parameters. All right. Yeah. So no, you definitely achieve your goal. As you do this, Cyanrath quickly grabs his face as his great sword kind of clangs against the ground. He's taking a step back, and his hand just covered in blood. You wretch!
I'm not a wretch. My name is Noah. Noah Lockhart. And you're going to die. And you won't see it coming.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and move over here and bonus action hide behind that pillar.
Okay.
I just want to see him flailing around at nothing. That ends my turn.
Got it. It will be Aubrin.
How high are these iron bars?
Come again? How high are the iron bars?
Yeah, that are blocking the path.
They emerge from the ground and they touch the ceiling that's probably about 20-foot high arch, like an archway.
Actually. So
Yeah, you know, like the old like gothic looking spikes, metal spikes, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Are they far enough apart that I'd be able to squeeze through them?
No.
No. Can I get an attack through them?
What kind of attack? And the answer would be maybe.
A spell.
Does the spell have a range?
Yeah. 120 feet.
Okay, so currently you are like around that, yeah. What are you trying to do?
Hit the red guy.
Hit the red guy with what?
My spell.
Okay.
So if I'm close enough, as my bonus action, I'm gonna take the coin from my pocket real quick and flip it and check to see my result.
Sure. Flip it.
I don't actually have a coin.
Yeah, right. First 1d2.
Yep.
Up to you how you want to roll it. I don't really care. Grows to grab coin. This is great, dude. I love those items. Like I don't know why. I just randomly came up with it. I was like, you know what? That would be super cool. Have a coin that like does something when you flip it both sides.
That's tails,
That's tails
which I believe is haste.
for 1 round. Wait, is that right?
Yeah. 1 round of haste versus extra damage on my attacks.
I'm just double checking. What did you get? Quicksilver? Heads and tails. I'm sorry, sir. I believe tails is 1 round of 2d10 electric damage on your next attack.
That doesn't make sense.
It's tails, as in, you know, like a tail being an arc of lightning.
Ah!
I'm thinking tails as in like feet.
So the Quicksilver Recorder, a shiny platinum coin. The coin is warm to the touch. Its head adorned with a winged sandal. Its tail with forked lightning.
Dang. So is that a part of my spells?
It applies to... It's a good question. Does it apply to your spells? I guess it would depend on the spell.
Eldritch Blast.
What kind of damage does it normally do?
Force.
Any input?
I mean, I got it flavored as lightning. I have it called lightning spear.
Right. I don't see why not. That's fine with me.
Hey. So, Aubrin's seeing this change going on in the background in the other room. He takes his mace with the lightning on it and kind of winds it up, like Thor, then throws it like that, lightning coming from it as it goes towards the mage looking guy in red.
You definitely see this as a Hail Mary.
18 and 19 on the dice, +7, so 25 and 20, 25 and 26 to hit.
Why'd you roll twice?
I'm over 5th level, so it gets 2 beams.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes off total level, not spellcaster level.
No wonder everybody wants to be that class. Okay.
All right. So 17 damage on the first one. And 15 on the second one.
Okay, so as you twirl this mace with this amazing ability that you feel like you are empowered to do in this room, as if you wouldn't have been able to do it outside of it, you cast this lightning from your weapon across the room, almost bent over backwards as you flail it, surrounded by enemies, and arcs toward the red hooded figure. And as it goes to land its blow, momentarily the hooded figure splits into two and it crackles against the wall. As he returns, though, he is smashed by a second bolt of lightning.
I'll take it. All right, I got nothing else.
And
Okay.
as your spell flies through the metal bars, they dissipate as if it were magic.
Okay. So Tristana, she's gonna pull out 2 daggers, but as soon as she kind of pulls them out and kind of twirls them about kind of excessively, she's gonna kind of close her eyes and kind of activate them. And what's gonna happen is, so I'm gonna make 2 weapon attacks, and then if they hit, I'll describe what happens. Okay, so one of them was like a 13, and the other was 13 plus 4, 17. And the other one was like 24. So
yeah,
that's it. Okay. So let's see. 4 plus 2. So it's gonna take 6 plus, so 11 points of damage. Does that kill it or does it not kill it?
it does not kill it.
Okay. So what's gonna happen is, so she kind of flings out these 2 daggers and kind of catches them, and when she opens her eyes are kind of this white hot kind of energy kind of pulsating from around her irises, and she's gonna do this kind of a flicking motion, and the 2 daggers kind of turn into these 2 whips, and she whips these 2 flaming kind of whippy things that kind of have this snake kind of motif going. And it's going to go and it's going to kind of bind around the Drake. And basically what I'm doing is I'm casting Booming Blade. And so what Booming Blade is basically, if I successfully hit with an attack, it gets surrounded by an energy. And if it willingly moves on its next turn, it's going to take some damage. That's what's going to happen. But so it kind of like slithers around, just kind of like waiting to strike. And then Tristana is going to take an attack of opportunity, but she's going to run away.
Yeah.
30 feet kind of close to you guys.
So just to let you know, at 5th level and above, you get a die 8 sound damage. Like up front.
Is that? I thought it was after the fact.
No, well, it's 2d8 if they move, but now, like after 5th level, it gives you an extra die 8 thunder damage on hit as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep, letting you know.
I don't have a die 8 because I don't use die 8s, but all right, here we go. All right, it takes 2 points of fire, thunder damage.
Takes 2 points.
Yeah, take that, and I bravely run away. And that'll be my turn.
Great. That was fantastic. As you run away.
So if it moves,
and this thing goes
damage.
to claw you, right, on its attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So roll your damage as it moves.
I mean,
don't ask questions.
Okay, if that's how you want to play it, okay, go for it. I'm not going to argue. Totally fine. 8 plus 6, 14 points of damage.
And it shatters.
I kind of see it like being cannibalized by these 2 snakes, just kind of like just waiting for their attack. And then as it moves, it kind of like goes in and it just turns to dust.
Yes, as
and
it
then
goes
I run away like hell.
Its paw at you as you charge away. These 2 snakes do indeed intertwine and constrict and effectively melt.
Cannibalize, indeed. All right, and that's my turn.
Intertwined dragons?
No, Molly. Just no.
Go away. So yeah, by the way,
the tie-in.
The mechanic would work the same, Wesley. I'll just give it to you now because otherwise I'd be waiting. You see what I mean? And the same thing would happen. So
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. I believe it is my turn.
Indeed.
Oh, Logan. If this is okay with you, it effectively does the same thing, but it's a lot cooler. Instead of like, well, no, never mind. I won't say that. Sorry.
Sorry, what?
I mean, I was gonna like make an addendum. It effectively does the same thing. I mean, can I or no? It doesn't. Sorry.
Just say it.
Okay. All right. So instead of hiding behind the pillar, effectively doing the hide action as the bonus action, I would literally be just walking calmly since he's blinded, like around the side, never taking my eyes off him.
Got it. Yeah, so as he's just kind of like screaming and yelling and flailing his great sword around him in frustration, he stops and he says, "Silith, rise from the deep and strike." And when he does this kind of echoey sound comes from the pit. It's strange and it slithers, kind of hissing. He goes to listen. You said you took the hide action?
Yeah, there was a 26 on the stealth that I rolled beforehand, or when I made the action.
All right. So I'm going to roll a d4. So on the d4, He actually moves, believe it or not, in this direction. He does not hear you, but he moves in that direction to swing. Wow, I actually got lucky. I just looked this up.
I think being blinded. Well, here I go talking again. Sorry.
So the blinding condition gives you disadvantage. And since you hid, but I left it up to chance. He actually went towards you. And for the sake of not stagnating, he's going to get one attack at disadvantage. And miss. But it's uncanny how he actually moved in your direction.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Well, so I mean, like from your perspective, you wouldn't know whether or not he heard you, per se.
I know that's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
Okay.
There's a slight surprise.
So, all right, 2 cultists, 2 guard drakes are gonna go to town on you, Aubrin. What is that? That one's gonna hit once. That one's gonna hit twice. So these wicked scythes, sickles, I mean, swing at you. 7, 10 points of damage. 11. So that's 21 from the first guy. Second guy. 16 points of damage, Aubrin. They're wailing on you.
All right.
I'm sorry. Take away 5 points of damage. He didn't get that on his second one. I rolled 2 wrong extra ones. And then the drakes. That's a crit. And a hit. The crit is going to be...
It doesn't matter. I go down.
13 points.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. And so, after the red figure was hit by this lightning, its gaze, for the first time as if looked up and out of this inner chamber, noticing the action that's taking place. The calm look kind of turns to irritation, but the crackling orb above the dragon does not dissipate. And the dark figure next to him speaks. Now, Asbara, ignore them, as he takes steps towards the dragon. But he does not walk on the ground. He begins to walk upwards as if on invisible stairs that lead toward the orb. The flame of the east has denied her dark gift, but I, Lord Davin, will gladly usurp it. The green energy crackles and swirls, approaching him. Okay. I believe it is Noah's turn.
All right. So, Aubrin, you went down, right?
I failed my first death saving throw.
Would you have made any kind of sound when you went down?
Yeah, Auburn would have, after being stabbed and poked at over and over, you hear a sound that's not familiar of Auburn to make. And you hear the clashing of his shield and his metal armor on the ground. What is it?
I'm gonna make a roll. Tell me odds or even, Logan.
Even.
Noah hears from across the chasm, breaking his concentration, and he looks over as Aubrin goes down. And as he heard this, he was already stepping forward to Cyanrath to try and end this. And he hears the scream. And he looks over, looks in between Aubrin and Cyanrath. Like, fuck! And he would bolt over, bounding, stabbing this cultist in the back. $24.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and that'd be 19 points of damage.
All right. He is skewered and falls limp.
And if I can, I'd want to move over Aubrin.
Okay.
Basically stand over him. Get the fuck away from him.
Okay. Aubrin.
$13.
I'd like you to roll me D100. Hold on. Okay. What happened?
74.
Okay. And Tristana?
Okay, so after seeing Aubrin go down. Tristana basically screams out Aubrin's name, and her eyes just kind of sear an intense white hot thing as you see these little white, her tears kind of stream from her eyes as she sees you kind of like, like unconscious on the floor, and it's it's the same white hot energy intensity, and she kind of looks down, and she kind of, her voice kind of like lowers, and she says, oh, okay, so this is what happens, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. But she says, Rakata, I set you free. And she's going to run. Actually, she's going to play more minutes sing this, Rakata, I set you free. And she's going to run 30 feet. But so like in my mind, this is what happens. So I'm going to basically let loose this ferocious kind of, from like my back, this fire just kind of like erupts as you see this ferocious full adult tiger just kind of rip out of like this tattoo that was on Tristana's back, and it just runs in the direction of those three right in front of her as it goes, and it just kind of barrages all of them at the same time. And so basically what I did is I cast Agonezer's Scorcher or whatever it's called. So basically I think that it's a dexterity saving throw, and the dexterity saving throw is 8 plus 3, 11 plus 4. It's 15 DC dex.
Okay.
Do I have to roll?
I'm very impressed.
Thanks, man.
Same.
Okay. So those who failed will take 25 points of damage, and those who succeeded will take, what was it, 12? Yeah, 12 points of damage. And basically this tiger lets out this ferocious roar as it goes and clambers and just claws through all of them. Then it kind of circles back through the air and kind of like almost like ephemerally, like kind of like goes back into Tristana. And she looks to Noah, who's standing over Aubrin, and she's gonna say, "Noah, catch!" And from her pack, she throws a healing potion to Noah.
So, as you send out these blazing magic, it completely devours both the remaining cultist and the guard drake that brought Aubrin down. And the last of the guard drakes that was on Aubrin is, blown back by this and actually begins creeping backwards, not looking at Aubrin, but more in the direction of you as it creeps sideways. Of course, not into the pit, but sideways. Okay. I believe it is my turn. Yes?
Yes, yeah, I'm done. Sorry. I nodded again.
Sorry, I'm trying to go back and forth. Okay, so yeah, the guard drake kind of makes its way backwards. And Signwrath, of course, hearing this commotion, doesn't move quickly as he feels his way around, but makes his way in this direction and finds himself next to the guard drake. You cannot run forever. You think me maimed and weak, but it will not be today that I die. I will find you. All right. And as this happens, from the pit emerges finding from the abyss a scaleless wyvern dressed with black armor crawls up from the pit, hissing vehemently and dripping in dragon blood. Let me put it on the board. Sorry, it's gotta be proportional. Oops. You'll see that?
Did the bars lower?
Oh, crud. Ours disappeared.
Okay.
They weren't real. Yeah. So I'm trying to make this work. Okay. You get the idea. I didn't just want it to be a square. Did any of you ever seen a wyvern before?
They both nodded.
If you have a pick,
Yeah, they're just dragons without forearms,
wings.
right?
Do they
Kind
have
of.
wings?
No, they don't have wings.
That's
Oh.
I didn't think so.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, no,
I
not
think
like
you're describing a drake, Molly.
I know we've had that discussion before. Here, I can.
Well, I mean, a drake is what we're
It
fighting.
doesn't have 4 legs. It has like 2 or something like that. It's weird.
Well, it's a guard
Looks
drake,
funky.
so it's not really like a regular drake.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
wings and stuff.
I was talking about like the winged ones.
Ah. Now here, I will.
A winged, two-legged dragon with a barbed tail.
A wyvern is the dragons from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, but it's not quite like dragon-sized,
Mm-hmm.
like from Skyrim, right? This guy is just large size. I would consider the dragons from Skyrim huge.
I would too.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
look up an image.
if you
of
want, I
wyvern.
can. Yeah, y'all want to? Have y'all Googled it or something?
Yeah, I googled an image.
Okay, because I was gonna screen share. It's good.
I googled the definition.
Yeah, the 5e wyvern is the picture I'm looking at. It's also weird, and this one is like oddly colored and pale and scaleless, clothed in this kind of black armor. And Cyanrath called it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Remember.
It is not long for this world. Hopefully. Well, it's either him or us, so.
Okay, so it climbs up from the pit and hisses on the opposite side. And Davin makes his march up above the dragon. Okay. Noah?
He hears catch. He looks over. He catches the health potion. Like, all right, come on, big guy. You're not dying today. And he forcefully Aubrin drink the health potion. And I believe that's my action.
Aubrin thanks you.
Yeah.
LOL. I rolled
Level
one on
one.
both die.
What's up?
I rolled a 1 on both die.
Yeah. Oh, you're up. All right. And so he's doing that, and he hears Cyanrath's proclamation, and then immediately the wyvern come out with a hiss from the pit. And he's just all taking that in, and he's looking like, Aubrin, you good? You good?
You see him, he's kind of starting to roll over to help himself up, and he just nods.
Okay.
While he's coughing, he catches breath.
All right. And Noah would dash forward, and with his offhand, as a bonus action, try to slash the drake, trying to kill it. We're not blessed anymore, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that is a 15 to hit the drake.
Hits.
All right. All right, so that'll be 8 damage to the drake.
What was he at? What was that? Okay.
Damn it.
You should get sneak attack, right, man?
Oh. Oh, yeah. I normally don't get sneak attack with my offhand, so I don't, because I've already made an attack, so I didn't even think about it.
You hear Aubrin finish him.
So that'd be 14 damage on top of the 8.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Had to get it out of you one way or another.
No, Cyanrath, that's where you're wrong. You are going to die today. Just give me a few more seconds.
Yeah. You definitely catch his attention. Okay. Just give me a few more seconds. Okay. Aubrin. So, I see you staring at that screen, trying to figure out what's going on, what you gonna do. So, you hear as you kind of sit up and get back on your knee, and blood everywhere. You hear in your head, please. And you know where it's coming from. It's as if he is inviting you into something extremely powerful. And he's asking you if you accept.
So Aubrin's still coughing and catching his breath. Manages. I accept. As he stands up.
So, as you do this, your eyes explode with this overwhelming energy. lightning trailing off from them. And the dragon that lies in the room adjacent does the same. As its claws grate on the stone floor, one, and then the other, and then it attempts to stand, but not with a strength that is its own. Aubrin, it is with your strength that it attempts to stand and break the shackles. So what I would like you to do is to pull up the 5e stats for an adult bronze dragon and roll a strength check.
This is so fucking cool. Oh goodness.
Strength. I don't know where strength is. There it is. Jesus. 18.
Okay.
Nope. I'm inspiration just because I can. 22.
So, the dragon, Nymmurh, heaves against the chains, and one of them snaps. Okay. Tristana, it is your turn.
Okay. Let me. I kind of I'll just get next to Aubrin. And he's kind of like on. What?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No
if
big
you
deal.
walk up, or if I hear you next to me, Tristana.
And is he like unconscious right now, or is he like he just put like electricity and like is like what's going on with that?
Pretty much,
Like, is he standing?
He's standing, yes, but it's like he's in a different place.
Is there a way to like put my body in front of his body, because we're kind of like on a ledge and it's kind of awkward, like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you could position that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do. And I'm just gonna be boring this round, and I'm just gonna twin firebolt. One towards small sexy dragon and one towards big sexy dragon. 9 plus 8, so 17 and a 19. So yeah, it's like 19 and 26 or something. Think of my die 10s. 2, 10. No, 7. Okay, so small guy, Signwrath takes 12.
Signwrath?
Yeah. And then 7 plus 6, 3, 13. Plus 2 plus, what was it? 13 plus 4. Sorry, math in my head. And then the big wyvern takes 17 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Man, I was going to do this whole thing with Aubrin, but then he had to go and wreck my moment with his huge moment. Come on, man. That was awesome, dude. All right. It's fine. All right. That's basically it. Yeah, I'm kind of like, whoop. Okay.
When you said I'm going to hit like a small sexy and big sexy, or like little dragon and big dragon, I was like, wait, so you're hitting Nymmurh?
Yeah, I know. I kind of had that moment.
Whatever.
I'll let him play it out.
Ryan, let me have Aubrin back.
Same thing when Elagith grabbed Noki by the throat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Grabs the gnome by the throat. Whatever.
Oh.
All right. You know what? I don't care. That's my turn.
Okay. I believe it is my turn. All right. So Cyanrath, of course, hearing your voice, Noah, quickly approaches to swing. Against all odds, he meets you again in battle, completely blind. But what he does surprises even you. As he brings his great sword up, he feints and grabs you, or attempts to, by the throat.
Well, let's fucking go. D4 on acrobatics, right?
Yeah, for you.
All right. Thank you for the extra D4, Aubrin. All right, so let's go.
Accepting Pelor into your heart.
Right. So that'll be 31 acrobatics.
Look at him thinking he rolled high. Not quite able to keep up. And his grasp misses you with a 24. Leaving him wide open as he stumbles forward. The wyvern, on the other hand, hisses for more food. Sprouting its wings, it hops over the pit and then crawls and slithers in this direction, but it does not approach you in this round. It's as if it's kind of moving around you and sizing you up. Kind of unsure of what's going on between with Aubrin, and as you stand in front of him, Tristana. And at the far end of the chasm, Davin enters the green crackling orb. And as he does so, a laugh comes from him, a cackle that just echoes throughout the cavern. And it begins to turn from human to something different. The elves' chiseled features are ripped apart as his robe is shredded, as is his skin. He screams horrendously like that of a banshee. Black scales bubble to the surface of his boiling flesh. His bones crack and grow. New flesh coagulates to enlarge his now monstrous frame. His face elongates to form something entirely draconic.
Is he a Halcyon? I had to do it. I had to do it. Oh, we're fucked.
And continuing to float above as this energy emanates around him, he says, now addressing the party, kneel before me, the new vessel of Tiamat. Noah, it is your turn.
All right. And so, seeing Cyanrath come up, like you said, even he was surprised when he fainted and went to grab him, and he barely, the claws nick his neck, and there's a small trickle of blood on his neck as he backs up, and like you said, he's wide open, and he sees it. And depending on what this damage does, we'll change my description. It deals 35 points of damage. Is he still up?
He is not.
And
How
so
does Steinrath fall?
I see, as he walks forward, fumbling from missing, grabbing a hold of my neck. I see wide open his chest. And immediately clutching Icarus, and with a shoves it directly into his heart and out the other side, and wrenches it and twists it. And I like to imagine blue blood or black blood or whatever color blood Cyanrath has just dripping like out of his mouth.
It's red.
Red, okay. I see him fall to his knees, but he's at my height. And I whisper in his ear, "My name's Noah Lockhart. Now you've paid for what you've done. Have fun in hell."
And his lifeless body falls next to you.
And Noah just stands there for a minute looking at the lifeless body, and then looking at the blade as the name Langdadrosa Cyanrath burns away from Icarus. And he has a small moment of triumph, of victory. And in that moment, he comes back to his senses and looks around. Just hearing Daven for the first time, or hearing this creature now. And he turned to Tristana. "So what now? We kill him?" What's he doing?
So Tristana just almost in a trance, just like it's like you say that, but she's just kind of like, you know.
Tristana.
Sorry, I thought you said something. Do you mind if I respond to that on my turn, Logan?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Because as you ask, Noah, you kind of come to and snap out of it, and you ask, what do we do? Aubrin, please roll another strength check.
22.
The dragon moves as if roaring to life. Chains begin to snap. Some of them, however, do not. And the pillars crumble. The entire cavern shakes as if the earth was moving beneath it.
Is it my turn now, or?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So what I would like to do is, I kind of see this as like, like almost like, after an explosion, it's kind of like that, high pitched like whine or whatever. And it's just like, you just can't hear anything. It's just kind of like she hears like almost like she's underwater. Like she hears these like sounds of battle and that kind of stuff going on. But she's just kind of like locking eyes with what used to be David. And she just kind of looks at him. And I kind of see it how like the wyvern was kind of like sizing it up, like looking around. And what she's gonna say is, David, what have you done? And I would like to defer my action until after the wyvern, because kind of how I see it is the wyvern kind of sees like the distraction and then chooses to kind of strike. If that's the case, but basically what I'm doing is I'm deferring my action to the end of
the
round.
Okay. But it seems as if the wyvern would strike, but it does not. As it turns toward the commotion going on in this room, and the cavern shakes. It again backs up and moves. Around. And does not strike. So you deferred your action, right?
Yeah.
So the rest of it's mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, basically after all of your minions go is then when I go.
All right.
And the waiting match begins.
Yeah, so David descends. And we're getting rid of this. Now completely draconic in form. akin to that of Cyan Wrath, but easily larger and more menacing.
Thought I had something to say. I do not.
Oh, okay. So he looks at you, Tristana. Yes, it is me. What have I done? I've merely usurped what you would not. And he begins to descend these stairs. Or rather, yeah, descend the stairs.
And she would kind of respond. I kind of see this as kind of cutscene-y, so I don't really know how, like, there's no, like, how many words I can say rule, correct?
No.
Okay.
You get 4 words?
Yeah, I know. That's a dumb, antiquated system.
Better make them count.
Yeah.
David, oh my god.
Oh, this is not the greatest time for my mic to go blank. I had. Oh, okay. What did he just say? Sorry
Take
about
your
that.
time.
What did he just say?
So he looked at you and answered your question. You said, "What have you done?"
Mhm.
And he said, "Doing what you would not, usurping your power and making it his own, as in becoming something suitable to be the vessel for Tiamat."
And she kind of looks at him, and you can just see this sadness. Just her words in both her face are just drowning in the sense of just sadness. Not even anger, just sadness. And she almost says, like, in a whimper, David, is this what you've become? And she kind of, it's like shaky, and she kind of like looks down as if she can't believe it, with her like kind of looking over her shoulder back at the wyvern and looking to Aubrin, and looking back to David. You can still turn back. You don't have to do this. And she kind of like weakly extends her hand. We'll find somebody who can help you. It's not too late. Don't do this.
You are confused. This is what I desire.
To become someone else's pawn? Just look at yourself, David. Look at yourself.
Power unlimited as he descends. And again, around him swirls this green, crackling energy, begins to pool in his hands.
She's just kind of like, if there was a sound of a heart breaking, you would hear that sound.
Ah.
It's just like a little piece of her breaks inside when he says, when she sees how far gone he truly is. And then she, with her sadness kind of leaving her face and becoming hardened, and she looks at him, not angrily, but just like determined and resolved. And you leave me no choice. I will kill you only for the sake of who you were, to save who you once were. And,
No,
if
it is you whom I will kill.
On guard. Let's fight.
Okay. All right. So with all the deferring and things, whose turn is it?
Technically, it's you still haven't gone with Davin's turn. So
Yeah. He's walking menacingly towards you. That's his turn.
damn you. Oh man. Okay. And then also just to get all the information, so that the wyvern is still eyeing me. Is it eyeing me like right, like predatorily, or is it just like I don't know, like I'm fishing here, but
Yeah, definitely predatorily.
okay,
But
fair enough.
it's like it's almost like it's just being held back. Like like this isn't its kill
Fair enough.
to take.
Yeah, and Tristana kind of looks over to Noah and kind of nods back to the wyvern. And there's not a good place like to walk forward. It's kind of an awkward little thing. So I guess we'll just shoot from the hip. And she's gonna fire off. Oh, this seems like okay. She's gonna, with this intensity that she's never used this spell before. She's gonna do the rotation that Molly is so fond of, summoning instead of 2, or instead of 3, I mean, summoning 4 of these projectiles to send scorching his way. And so, all right, that's 4 ranged spell attacks. I swear to God, if you freaking freeze them in air, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay. All right. 14 plus 8, so 22. 8 plus 8, 16. I lost my other one. So it was a 18 and a 16. And then a 20, and 2 unnatural 20s. Both of them were 12s. It's weird. So 20, 20, 18, 16.
20, 20, 18, 16.
Mm.
They all hit.
Yes! Suck a dick! Suck a thug! All right, 5 plus 2. Plus 4, 7. All right, so 11. 11 plus 14, 25. 5 plus 4, 34. 44 points of fire damage as you, and with a scream, much like her picture that you can't see because of the overlay's not working. She shoots these 4 little snake projectiles. Hopefully, if you don't freeze them in air, and hopefully hitting them.
So.
What do you do?
As if he were waiting.
Damn it, man.
He too fires back at your energy, at this fire energy, with this caustic, acidic, green magic, and meets you as he walks forward. Right? So this energy is now, he's pushing back at the same energy that you are projecting at him, and it becomes a stalemate.
You bastard. I hate you so much. It's so cool.
Yeah. And he is just staring at you straight in the eye, dead on. This is no projection of Davin. He is here. Okay. Noah.
Okay. So what was the look on this wyvern's face again?
This one?
Yeah.
One like it wants to eat what it's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Hissing and anxiously waiting. Oh, and I got its name now. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. Cedraseth. That's with bunches of S's.
Oh, you hungry? All right, I'll give you something. All right. Let's do it.
So, yeah, go ahead.
All right. Sorry for not. No taxes done ahead of time this time.
Oh,
all right.
Quite all right.
Yeah, so the first one was 20, and the second one is 21.
Oh, you just take at it.
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, so this one. All right, that is 32 points. 32 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. It's all you, Tristana.
Okay. Are we good? Did you nod your head again? I can't see. Okay.
We all three nod.
Yeah, right. Aubrin, you regain control of yourself and may spend your action as if you were in both places at the same time. But as this is going on, you'll take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
You can choose to do that. I'm trying to give you the option to do that.
Yeah, I'll take the exhaustion.
Okay. So you can act as yourself as well.
All right, so doing myself first. You see Aubrin kind of come down from this lightning that seemed to be controlling him. Still breathing hard. He moves away from Tristana and back towards his pillar, leaning against it. And his holy symbol glows brighter than before as he casts 2 different spells on himself. Right. And as this happens, you see the radiant light of Pelor kind of surround him, protecting him. At the same time, this light is also closing his wounds and stopping the bleeding. Right. That's all I got for him.
Okay.
And for Nymmurh, are these green beams still on him?
Yes,
So
but I need you to roll yet another strength check.
23.
As the last of the physical chains or their columns crack, break, Nymmurh becomes freed. And with your newfound invigoration, are free to take an action.
Can I move?
Yes.
Okay. So, seeing in front of him Tristana handling her old acquaintance, he's going to turn to the guy that was draining him of his energy and causing him this pain.
Currently, the red wizard is standing and straining and struggling under the weight of this magic, one hand to the right and one hand to the left, as he continues to conjure these binding tethers of green energy, but they are failing.
Okay. So as he does, he starts to turn himself around after breaking these shackles, looking at this wizard. He takes a few steps towards him and lets out
Smash. Smash.
Smash.
Smash.
Instead of smashing, he's going to let out this breath as electricity comes from it, aimed at him. Make a strength saving throw.
I was saying smash as in this
Dragon is moving through the corridor.
yes.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What was it? Or DC 19?
What are you doing?
Repulsion breath. So if he fails his save, he's going to be blasted into the wall behind him with an immense
Where did you find that?
adult bronze dragon.
Isn't it lightning breath?
He has lightning.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, got you. So, the red figure braces for the impact. The tethers separate and the magic vanishes instantly as he conglomerates his power to battle that of the dragon on a natural 20 saving throw.
Right. And so, seeing that his breath has failed.
Let me just interrupt you real quick. I hope you can all envision this, because it's not just like something didn't happen. Literally, the magic that was holding both sides of this cavern together and this dragon that was chained to it vanishes as he pulls all of this magic together as a shield, and the dragon just directly in that direction. Like it's almost parallel to what Tristana and Davin's new form are doing right now. So anyway, my apologies.
You're good. So seeing that this guy's so strong and he's not at his complete strength, not as strong as he thought he might be, he moves himself forward towards this wizard. And I got nothing else.
Okay. Tristana.
What up? Okay,
You
so
are-
like, what's going on with these, in air battle?
So, how do I get this accurately described? It's as if it were kind of like almost like a form of dispel magic, but he has sent his magic to fight yours.
So it's not like I have to like roll and he rolls type of a thing, right? It's just like they're like locked in place type of a thing.
Right.
Okay.
Precisely.
I got you. Yeah, and so Tristana, not knowing the mechanics of D&D, will shoot out this kind of like this test. Like she kind of sees that, and that's not happened before.
Yeah.
And she just and she like exhales and she lets loose this kind of test firebolt kind of towards him, just to see, what's gonna happen. 9 + 8, 17. That hit? Yeah, 16
Yes.
hit last time. So
Yeah.
okay. And so that's not what that's. I'm planning on doing something else, just depending on what happens to the success of this attack. All right, so that's 16 plus 20 points of damage with that one. So what happens when she flings this fireball through the air?
So,
Not fireball.
I want to make sure that we're on the same page. I see this as like an ongoing, like one hand is like containing this energy that's being blasted in his direction, and then she takes her other hand as like a, I'm gonna get you on the side kind of blast, right?
Yeah, I kind of saw it as like, these two little, like my little snake thing and his whatever the hell that green energy thing is, are kind of like fighting, and like it's kind of like this balance, like it's like they're like two like melee combatants kind of fighting it out, and it kind of like, like we're like the chess pieces or whatever, and it's just kind of like we're two, like even like the board is like set up like a chessboard, so it's even, you know what I mean? I just kind of see it, and I just kind of like send one right up the middle. It's like basically like what you got, testing the waters.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. No, and that one hits.
Okay. And it like hits him and he takes like damage.
Yes.
Okay. And so what she's going to do now is she's going to quicken a spell. And so kind of like this kind of flash of white kind of goes back into her eyes, and she kind of like takes this big inhale. And I think, so it's kind of hard to tell with the red squares, but is he within 30 feet of me? I'm fairly sure he is.
Fine.
If he's not,
that's fine.
Okay, awesome. She's gonna Rakata go free, and she's gonna send the So just to like kind of give you a better picture of it, I kind of see it, instead of it being like a literal dragon on fire, I kind of see like the black stripes of it as the orange, and it's almost like this magma lion or magma tiger, where it's like its skin is black, this like like lava-ish, like the magma, like the black part of it, and the stripes are like the fiery parts, and it just kind of has these fiery eyes, and it goes and it lunges and swipes and scratches at Daven, and so that's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15 dexterity.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll do. On a fail, it'll take 24, and on a save, it'll take 12 points of fire damage.
He takes 24.
Awesome. As it just like and lets out a ferocious roar, and then it goes kind of ethereally back, and just kind of like goes back into her back where the little fiery like burned part of her clothes are. But you start to see this the same energy, like the white hot energy that's in her eyes, kind of like the orangey thing. You start to see this sweat with the same color and like translucentness just start to like like start to like coat her body as she's getting, getting drained from this fight.
Yeah.
And then continue. Now that's the end of my turn.
Who's next?
You. Oh wait, did Noah go?
Yes.
Or did
Aubrin.
I'm at the end of the round.
Oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's my turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so
My
Noah,
bad.
you on top of the wyvern.
Uh-huh.
He's like, uh-huh. Right. Hiss, as it hisses at you when you stab it again and again, knowing that it can take you as a kill. It attacks. So the bite hits, and its tail comes around to sting you and skewer you, but fails. And you take 10 points of damage as you maneuver around this large creature. Capiche? Did you take your points of damage? Noah? Fool? Are you playing with the freaking map?
He nodded.
What are you doing? What? He's like
being a
frozen
troll.
on my screen.
Yeah, I think he cut out. He's frozen on mine.
Oh, I saw him nod. And okay, yeah, you guys are right.
I clicked on him and he went away.
Yeah.
His internet probably went out.
I'm
Wait
glad
for
he's
him to
gone.
get a hotspot or something. I'm glad he's gone.
All right, this gives me time to catch up on my writing.
Oh, poor Molly. It just cut out to his little picture, and he dropped. Did you say on your writing?
Yeah, my notes that I'm keeping for the sessions and stuff.
Good.
Okay, I'm back. You hear me?
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, I said something, you were like, capiche?
Oh.
And I was like, but I said something.
Oh, right.
What's going on? What? And then
Yeah.
I dropped.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Without skipping a beat.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And I'm halving that as a reaction.
All right. All right, Tristana.
Yeah. So
What?
nothing.
You. Yeah. So tit for tat, Davin strikes back with this energy.
let me know if it's against my AC or against my like a save
your
or
AC.
something. Okay. Basically, if it hits, I'm gonna use my reaction to trigger shield. So just let me know which if it's above a 15, or if you hit. Don't tell me the number. Just tell me if it's above a 15.
Yes.
Okay.
He sends 2 of
So-
them, and they both hit.
Okay. So yeah. So from that kind of back, the fiery tiger kind of comes back around and just kind of like takes these 2. Well, we'll see. It gives me a +5 to my AC, so my AC effectively becomes a 20 for those 2 hits. So, let me know what happens, and then we can narrate.
Okay.
So AC 20 for those 2 attacks until the start of my next turn.
Yeah. So the first one still hits. So basically, these are bolts of this caustic energy, and it's like the first one. As he sends them flying, it's more powerful magic than you've ever dealt with, and what it does is it takes this shield, this magic shield in front of you, and it just sears it away almost instantly, like melting it as if it were physical and we're being melted in acid. And the second bolt smashes into you.
Laid on me. Poor Rakata. He's fine. He's just like missing a paw or something, or his shoulder, or whatever.
He's not fine.
He's just dying from acid burns. So I mean, he's made of fire, though, so he'll bounce back. All right, lay it on me.
26 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Of acid damage.
All right. You said 26?
26.
Okay. All right.
So the acid rips and tears at your equipment.
Bitch. All right. So is it like destroyed or something?
Kind of searing into your flesh.
She looks really good naked, let me just say. Partially.
Yeah, before the skin is seared with acid.
Shut up, Molly.
Got him! Okay.
So, like, does that mean like my AC goes down by 2?
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Like leather armor. or
Leather
something
armor?
Like that.
Yeah. It's going to be damaged.
Oh, actually, no, I'm not. So just with the sorcerer, you have the option of I'm not really wearing any armor. It's
Okay,
a dragon scale.
Okay, yeah, that's
you know what I
fine.
mean? Yeah, so I don't really have any armor.
anything. That's
It's just
fine.
kind of like,
You're good.
yeah, I'm just sexier now, essentially.
Well, sort of. Yeah, sort of.
Don't
We'll go with
don't think about it.
that. Just don't think about it. Okay.
Wasn't there an arm there before? Or yeah, okay.
All right. So, of course, definitely shaking over here. Not that any of you can see it, but the red figure, I'll just call him a wizard by now. He begins to back up, snaps out of his, oh, actually, does he? You also have Frightful Presence, Ryan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make that save.
It's supposed to be on my multi-attack, I think. But it's whenever.
Okay. I'm going to do it anyway.
All right.
Yep. That's about right. To which, since he is kind of on fire tonight, he definitely passes. So the moment fades quickly for him, and he can think clearly. He knows that he's not going to be trapped in this situation. This is not where he dies, and he vanishes. almost as if he steps backwards through a magical portal. Okay.
Davin's like, the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that's definitely what he's like. Okay. Noah?
All right. So what would happen is Noah would calmly walk away from the wyvern, take the ring off of Cyanrath's corpse, and
So
say, "You're mine now."
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
as one of the players remembers. Dude, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
Literally, I forgot until like 2 rounds after you killed Cyanrath. So, just saying.
Yeah, but no, I don't do that. I just wanted to say that.
Well,
All right, so this thing is large, right?
yes.
All right. All right. So as this thing comes in to bite him, or this thing has a real long neck, right?
Yeah.
I didn't look up the picture, only definition. So yeah, this thing comes and snaps at me and grazes me. But what I'd like to do is in that moment, I'd like to roll an acrobatics to get on top of this thing's neck
Okay.
and get on it, get on top of it.
Jump on it.
Can't forget the D4. All right, so that is a 28.
Yeah, and it rolls a 6 to prevent you from getting on top of it.
All right. So yeah. So yeah, Noah gets on top of this thing and just kind of straddling it, and it's going crazy, like, and he's just going to take Acris and go plunge it in the back of this thing's neck and kind of wrench it.
Grey Warden style. At Wesley.
All right, and it's going to be inspiration.
Ah.
All right, so that's an 18 instead of a critical failure.
Okay. Glad it's not a critical failure.
Didn't want that to happen.
That'd be embarrassing.
Yep, right.
Get eaten.
Mm-hmm. All right, so instead of a critical failure, he takes 24 points of piercing.
Okay.
As I'm plunging my blade in and wrenching it down his neck, or at least trying to.
As it flails left and right.
Whoa!
Left and right. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Tree!
Oh. You may again you spend your turn as well. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Where's the map? Yeah. You may again spend your turn as well as Nymmurh's turn for a level of exhaustion.
All right. So I'm going to take the level, which at level 2, that gives me half speed.
Yes.
So I'm using my action to dash. I'm going to work my way over to here or wherever Nymmurh was, you know?
Where Cyanrath was?
What?
Where Cyanrath was?
I think he was right over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remove the ring from his finger.
Okay. I see Aubrin just like struggling, getting, using every ounce of control that he has to move across towards the body of Cyanrath.
Using his mace almost as like a cane as he's bent over. My intent is to destroy it, but I don't have an action this round for it.
What do you mean you don't have an action to use it this round for it?
I mean, to destroy it.
What do you mean you don't have an action to destroy it?
Okay. So.
Are you waiting a whole other round for that?
I know. So taking this ring off his finger,
Well, I
he
wish
kicks
the pit
the
were
arm.
lava. That would be
He
cool.
moves the arm out of the way. He kicks it, disregarding Cyanra's body, and sets it up on a rock. Taking his mace back again, lightning filling it up. He swings with all the strength he has left to free Nymmurh of this ring.
Smash! And when you do this, a blinding light emerges from the shattered remains of this bronze-colored ring. The bond between you and Nymmurh, it was as if it were strained before, and now it is easy and flows smoothly. But the control is regained, and you are cast out in a good way. And as you exit his being, you hear, "Free. Thank you." As the dragon turns and charges this way. And by charge, I mean doesn't walk that fast because he has very little life left still. So the dragon is kind of smash, stumbling his way towards the center of the room. Okay. Tristana?
This is gonna be cool. All right. So you described the kind of like green energy attack as being like this caustic and kind of bubbly type of like acid type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of as she kind of gets hit with this acid, parts of it kind of get onto her like her hand, and it's burns and sears and goes through like her gloves and her her clothes. She kind of like looks down, both in kind of like this painful determination, and with like the caustic bubbling acid kind of still in her hand, she unleashes this really odd kind of fire and kind of puts both of her hands together, kind of like pooling that acid with her own fire magic, and just kind of with this intensity, just kind of like, I'm just kind of imagining like all of the heat and the fire just from like the surrounding area just kind of being pulled into this one epicenter, this kind of singularity. But the fire is not orange. It's like this greenish and black fire just kind of coalescing together. And she looks very angrily, like not determinedly at Daven. And with this like exhale, she just sends this bolt of black and green energy just straight at him, for the first time using her one and only 4th level spell slot to cast Blight. I've been working on this for a while. Thanks for filling. Nah, she wouldn't say it like that. So I'll just I've been working on this for a while. Hope you like it. Okay. I can't do one-liners with Tristana. It's so hard. Oh well. 7. I tried. It's a DC 15 con save. Okay, so
not everyone can do shitty one-liners like me.
13. Whatever, Molly. Holy crap. Yes, 7, 14, 20, 24, 25, 29, 36. 24. Sorry, that's a lot of math. 6, 50, 53 plus 4. 58. With the last of her sorcery points, because she doesn't think she's going to live past this round. She's going to use the rest of her sorcery points after sending. So the total of that, the blight, is 56 points of damage. And with the last of her sorcery points, and basically she sends. That was like a quicken spell, and she sends a firebolt to see it. Hopefully that hits. Natural 20. That doesn't really do anything for magical attacks, but it just means it hits.
For a firebolt?
Yeah, for a magical range attack, that doesn't do anything for damage, does it? I mean, it's just like a normal.
You crit with spell attacks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you. 20 for like the first.
Oh, okay. All right. So how do you do crit? Is it roll or is it Mole's way, Ryan's way, or a different way?
I think we've been doing it my way.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that's
so full damage die, the first one.
Yeah,
and
that's
then you
max
roll.
and then roll.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I did.
All right, so 10 plus 7, 17 plus 4 is 21.
21.
And you just kind of, after she sends both of those things kind of in quick succession, you just kind of see the sweat that was covering her before just like drench her body. And you see this illusion. So like after like her glove came off, you see these unsightly scarring of these burn marks. And as she kind of like exhausts all of her sorcery points, you can see just kind of like, you know, she's her clothes have been through a lot. She had like a fire tiger come out the back, and she got like acid burned in the, you know, somewhere on the shoulder. You just kind of see this almost like illusion magic just kind of fade away, and you start to see all these really harsh burn marks just kind of marking her body in different ways. And okay, so what happens after? Does anything happen after 56 points? Half of that on a fail, so that'd be what, 27, 28, something like that.
You rolled the
And then
natural 1.
20. Sweet. All right, so yeah, 56 plus 21, so 70 something.
Plus 41, Leslie.
What do you mean plus
Forgot
40?
to add the 20. You crit.
Yeah, no. It's a 2d10.
Yeah.
Oh, I take the first roll as a 20. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I just okay. You're so wise, Molly. Thank you.
I was like, come on, man.
20 plus. Okay, so that's 35 plus 4, 39 points of damage. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, AC/DC is blaring during this entire spell attack. And she like lays out like everything.
No, AC/DC was playing this entire encounter. Thunderstruck, bro.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
yeah, I know.
yeah, so this is like an unleashing of, you know, like I said, you hadn't experienced that type of magic before when Davin hit you. And it's almost as if your powers were such that you were immediately able to, you felt this new capstone of magic, this greater ability, and you upped your spells that much more. Like you hit a new threshold and sent it flying right back at him. And of course, he didn't, in his hubris, never expected to feel the same might pushed back at him. And he is sent sprawling.
I'm the OG vessel.
Yeah.
Thanks, Molly. Oh man.
I got you.
Thank you with the shitty one-liners, Molly. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so he sent sprawling.
And that's my turn. Your move.
Okay. Yeah, it's mine, right? So he sent sprawling. Rolls a couple times. Gets up to his knee. How can this be? I am the new vessel. As he struggles, Nymmurh, basically a shadow, engulfs him from above. And Nymmurh speaks. This is not the time for the age of dragons. Tiamat and her unholy brood were vanquished long ago, and it will not be you who brings her back. And he goes to devour this black half-dragon, the form that Daven has chosen to take. And as he does such, next to him, a robed red hand sprouts from nothing, takes hold of the pathetic creature lying there smoldering, and they vanish. It is with that I end this session.
Yeah, I was about to say that as soon as that happened, Tristana just kind of like falls from consciousness and just falls on the ground after all of that.
I'm still
That's the
riding
last
the
thing
wyvern,
she
bro.
sees.
He's like still running.
You're fine,
Running
Molly.
the wyvern.
He's like, yeah, I kind of see Molly like Noah's like he has like his sword like in
Yep.
its neck. And he just kind of looks up and they're gone, and it's just like,
Don't worry. I'm gonna leave you hanging for now, but don't worry. That will be included as well. But on that note, I am gonna end it here. I do believe that was close to or right at the 3 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. It was good fun. We'll I'm gonna come back real quick. It was a lot of fun to DM. We're gonna go do our little after talk that we should also record. We should do that, a little chat time. But anyway, that's a different story for a different time. Peace out.